Now, slowing down my arms to start the downswing was an absolute game changer for me for picking up more distance. But it sounds completely backwards, doesn't it? Of course, slowing down the arms in a downswing, surely that's going to make you swing the club slower. Absolutely not. It did the exact opposite for me, and I'm going to explain the 3 reasons why it did the exact opposite and why you should all do it out there with a great drill at the end of the video. So the first thing that slowing down the arms to start the downswing helped me with was getting a fuller backswing rotation. So how does that make sense? So for me, I used to really chronically rush those arms to start off with. And what that did for me, that got me to where I wasn't completing my turn because I was so eager to swing as fast as I could with the arms. I was ultimately starting that downswing really early with the arms before I completed my turn. So that's where that I could generate sometimes, if my club face was close enough going through the golf ball to hit, like a hot pull, I could hit the ball okay. But of course, we don't want to be doing that from a hot pull. I'd normally hit these really weak, kind of high shots. I mean, for me, 139 is not great. And before I was hitting it roughly, so this is a lesson that I did years ago, probably 10 to 15 years ago, this was, way back in the day, I was hitting my 8 iron probably roughly around that yardage, maybe a little bit less. 130. So that's because I wasn't completing that turn. I was so eager to go that I wasn't having that coil up, which is one of the big things we see of all the smooth swingers. They all have that really big coil up. Okay, so that's where for me slowing down that start of the downswing, that gave my body and my subconscious a little bit more breathing time to be able to get a fuller, more complete turn. It was a little bit of a cool thing that happened as a result. Ultimately, me and my old coach back in those days, we didn't really anticipate this really making me complete my backswing more, but it just helped a ton. Now, here's a little bit of an elephant in the room when we hit this shot here. So I'm going to be really nice and slow feeling, starting that downswing. Got me to complete my turn more, and immediately, much more of a normal distance for me with an 8 iron, 153 yards. But what's that elephant in the room? That didn't look slow, did it? Now, that's the point. This is a feel versus real here, guys. So that's where I used to be so fast that me feeling like I'm slowing down my arms in the downswing, still, I look fast. But I'm going to be getting all the benefits out of feeling slow with the arms. So that's where, again, like we say in golf, what you feel isn't real. You're not even remotely close with your swing to what you feel, which is why you should all be looking at your golf swing and know what you do. Never change anything off of a feel. But that's where, if you have an extreme feel, like slowing down the arms, you might not generally be swinging them really slow, like a Fred Couples type of visual, but you're going to be slowing them down compared to what you normally do. But as you can see there, the better turn, fuller turn gives more momentum to the club to pick up easy speed to hit the ball a lot further. So number 2, this is why we made this change, and it allowed a better sequencing of events in the downswing. Okay, so what does that mean? So slowing down my arms allowed the body to go first. So with the hips to rotate first, and then the upper body and mid-torso afterwards, keeps the club on path, keeps the club picking up speed, and opens and rotates the body up. So if you've seen any of my videos about how to clear the hips and things that have really helped me, good drill that I talk about in that, pausing at the top to be able to give you time to be able to get in good sequencing. So we're going to dive into some drills later on in this video. So huge. If we go really fast with the arms, we're going to have the arms outracing the body in its sequencing. So a lot of you out there, when you look at your swing, you're going to see how you are pretty square onto the golf ball at impact. So that's because your arms are really going first if you are swinging fast with the arms. If you're swinging fast with them, there's no chance your body has the ability to be able to turn and be able to hit a good golf shot and have good sequencing for good controlled club path. And of course, good controlled rotation, that helps you with power, but also helps you with club face control. So that's one big thing that me back in the day when I used to swing with fast arms, yes, I'd hit it very, very erratic there. But what got me to where I wasn't swinging, let's hit one where it goes a little bit further than 101 for a fast arms. For me to actually make this go to target, I couldn't do what you're seeing here. That was a horrible, horrible strike, but look at that ball. That ball went left from a square club face in the middle of my swing. So that's where if you're fast with the arms, you're going to get so much hand and arm rotation going through the shot because your sequencing is going to be really poor, that if you have a square club face, square to the spine angle, as you're approaching impact, that's just going to close down more because you're going to have tons of hand and arm rotation as the arms pass through the body going through the shot. So you're going to hot pull everything. So what I used to do back in the day, and I did this subconsciously, this is most likely something that just self-organized to match up with my fast arm swing. Again, fast arms, what it feels like it was actually slow in regards to club head speed. But I used to open up the club face a ton, coming back, toe up to the sky or toe pointing behind. Because that's the only way with fast arms, if I'm gonna have all this arm passing and let's say first in the sequencing, all this hand rotation, for that not to make the ball go left was with an open club face early. So, as you can see there, I really flared that club face open like I used to do. And again, it's somewhat going to target, but look again how short it is. So absolutely guys, that's where we want to slow down those arms. One, because it creates so you can get another better positions like squaring club to face early in your golf swing, but getting that better sequencing and better turn through the golf ball. So keeping the club on path of good rotation, that's going to help you with shot curvature, which is such a huge thing to be able to play better golf, is having controlled curve of your shot. So feeling like you're slowing down the arms, doesn't necessarily look like it, but there it makes you absolutely hit the ball way more on target. So number 3, this really helped me with generating the speed at the correct time. Because again, if I am rushing with my arms go first in the sequencing, the fastest part of my downswing is likely going to be at that start. That's where we're going to be applying most of the force if we really swing fast with the arms. Of course, then when we get to golf ball, it's not going to be very fast at all. So that's where, if we feel like we're swinging slow, again, feel versus real here, guys, it might not look slow, but it's going to help us generate the speed at the correct time going through impact. If we feel slow here, we're just going to be picking up speed as we go through that golf ball. That's such a beneficial thing, so important, so simple. But if we swing nice and slow, feeling with the arms, we're going to get that speed at the right time going through the shot, along with all of our other little benefits there. And even there, I kind of mishit it a little bit. And where is it? It's still, I mean, that's on the line. So even with a miss here, that tells you I generated the speed at the right time. So, okay, what are our drills? So there's actually 2 drills to do here, guys. So one is one I talk about a lot on my channel, because from this lesson, you know, I've made a lot of other videos about this particular lesson I had years and years ago. So that's where we want to get up to the top and pause. So if we get up to the top and pause, and then swing down from there, what's going to happen? Of course, you're going to be able to isolate that first start of the downswing even better. So for me, I really struggled with doing this drill, pausing at the top and then swinging through, because I used to rush so much. I would top it, I would shank it, I even came close to missing the ball a couple of times. I actually believe I might have missed the ball a couple of times. And at the time of this lesson, again, 10, 15 years ago, probably close to 15 now, time flies, I was around a 3 handicap. So a 3 handicap, missing the golf ball is not a good thing. So that tells you guys, if you're doing a drill and you're really struggling with it, doesn't mean the drill's not good for you. It means it's targeting your weak area. Still hard for me to do this drill now. So get up to the top, pause for what feels like a second, and swing through, feel nice and slow with those arms. That felt nice. Again, really, really good there. So this is where I wouldn't be too concerned about the distance aspect when you do this drill. Just making sure you're hitting the shot relatively okay and you're just performing the drill. So that's where, again, like we said, when you're starting this, it's going to be tough to hit good golf shots. So just perform the drill itself in a good fashion, pause and then swing. That's a great way, again, to train that softer feeling with the arms, just to let the sequencing go. So that's where, yes, if we're measuring, and there's being gears data about this. Again, gears data will change depending on who the player is and their pattern, but that's where we see the arm starts technically only a tiniest little bit behind the hips, to where it's almost the same time. But that's where, depends what a player is feeling when it comes to gears data and who that player is. If we see someone like John Rahm, if he was put on gears, you certainly wouldn't see him starting with his arms first, because his lower body starts in that real kind of mid backswing for him. So that's where, yes, this is a feel. This just gets you sequenced up better. The arms generally, when we measure it, will have movement to it. Of course they will. The kinetic chain, the energy is going to flow through your arms. They're going to have movement. The muscles are going to fire, which might be interpreted as the arms are doing something, but are they doing it consciously? Are you thinking about doing it? For a lot of players, they're not trying to think of much in their arms at all. Some might, absolutely, but for a lot of you out there, you think of far too much with your arms and you'll do a lot better without it. The pause drill will be a great one for you to be able to get some reps in. So you can see when you start getting it and doing it well, really works out nicely for you. Now the second drill here, this is a little bit of a tough one to get the feel of, especially if we're really fast with those arms, but it's what I call the Ragdoll Drill. So the Ragdoll Drill, we literally feel like we've got no tension in those arms at all to where we're almost dropping it. And we're just swinging nice and half. You don't have to swing a long swing there, but literally just feel like your arms are just noodles and you're just moving the body, trying to get that body movement, dictating the club. And of course, if you're really kind of gripping it super, super light, way lighter than you would normally, but then of course, just get that body propelling you through the shot like a catapult almost, swinging through. So that's a good even feeling there. Just get your right arm, have it completely loose and feel that body movement. Get the club in your hand. Again, doesn't have to be a long swing, and feel that exact same thing. Just noodles. God, that was a good strike. Geez, so that felt like absolutely no backswing whatsoever. And it's still gone a great distance here. But real soft arm feel, like I'm almost dropping the club. Again, you can see how much more body reaction. Wow. That has gone almost normal distance. It's actually really surprised me, that has, guys. I recommend this drill to quite a lot of students, but seeing it there in the simulator as well as all my online lessons, I'm normally in my good old net from my old videos. And that is absolutely some great distance. Again, noodle arms or ragdoll drill, we can call it. Just feeling absolutely nothing and getting that body to turn and move the club through the shot. Just to get an exaggerated feel. Oh, the strike you get on them. Can I tell you what, guys? No feeling is being done with the arms out at all. I'm ragdolling them. But that's pretty good, even with, you know, some of the ones that demonstrated the bad ones. I mean, what, that's one over there. There's one there as well, which isn't too bad. But look at that nice tight grouping. So let's say I'm out on the golf course. If I move the center of my shot pattern over here, I'm going to be hitting and peppering that area. So that's where it's a really good technique to do. Slow them arms down. Might not look like it, but absolutely, if you feel them being slower, your sequencing is going to be better, better club path, better completion of backswing. You're going to be in a much better spot. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button for more golf instruction just like this. Hit a subscribe button, hit a bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.